The casket of Officer Brian Shaw is now leaving the funeral home and being put in the hearse.
And you can see the officers lining at attention there as the hearse to be headed from the Procession Funeral Home in Lower Borough to Mount St. Peter's Church in New Kensington.
It is about a 4-mile journey. It's probably going to take a little more than 10 or 15 minutes to get to the church. The funeral mass is scheduled for 10 o'clock this morning. It might run a little late. You can see now the casket has been put into the hearse. We saw some of the family members, we believe, outside just a little bit ago as well. And police officers are now making their way to their vehicles to be part of the procession to the church. And you can see there the flag-draped casket of Officer Brian Shaw in the back of the hearse. 25 years old, killed in the line of duty on Friday night. He, by the way, is I believe, from this, when they started keeping records on this back in the late 1800s, there have been 944 police officers killed in the state of Pennsylvania, and 423 of them have died of gunfire, which is, of course, is what happened to Officer Shaw. According to the district attorney, John Peck, yesterday, Officer Shaw never fired his gun. But at least 6 shots were fired at him as he pursued someone who left a car. He was just trying to pull the car over because it had not stopped at a stop sign, a rolling stop as they call it. And the person jumped out of the car even without the car being stopped and started to run. Officer Shaw stopped his car and pursued that person and was shot.
And that person just arrested yesterday, thankfully. You can see here, Officer, the state police, 200 state troopers gathering today to honor Officer Brian Shaw, and described as a couple thousand officers from around the country. We know as far as Colorado, the Virginia Honor Guard, all there to honor Officer Shaw, as it looks like the procession is just about to begin, with the hearse leading the way to the Mount St. Peter's Church in New Kensington. I
kind of like that shot, the picture that we have of outside the church, because it shows basically western Pennsylvania. You see a stack of a smokestack of some sort in the area, and then that one little tree with the leaves that are brown and ready to fall off that.
That is a nice shot.
Just it kind of touches what this moment is like here.
And then those beautiful angel statues. You can't help but notice the white that stands out as Officer Brian Shaw has made his way to another place.
They are now being prepared for the hearse and the procession to make their way to this scene. This is the Mount St. Peter Roman Catholic Church in New Kensington. As you can see, the procession is about ready to begin from the Procession Funeral Home in Lower Borough. They border one another. We, of course, will continue our coverage here as this procession makes its way to the Roman Catholic Church for the funeral mass. And now you can see the police officers are beginning this long procession. Ross Gadati joins us again. Ross?
One of the most impressive aspects of officer's funeral is the motorcycle, basically this group of motorcycles, this detail that leads everybody else on to where the funeral will be held or wherever the officer will be laid to rest. Pittsburgh police here, North Huntington police, Pittsburgh paramedics are here. Retired police officers, motorcycle police officers, often take part in this kind of ceremony. They have donned their cold weather gear. Talk to a cop on a bike. You want to talk about miserable? Ride a bike in cold weather. But they're here. They have to be here because Brian Shaw, in their opinion, was here for this community as well. Now, what will happen is they will just go columns of 2 all the way down to wherever, obviously church, where they're heading. It's going to be followed, generally speaking, it's followed by the hearse, although I quite frankly can't see from my position as to whether or not the hearse carrying the remains are following them. You're going to have the family as well. Usually it's the family, then the hearse, but we'll have to wait and see. But look right there. There is the patrol unit. Officer Brian Shaw was last in Friday night when he lost his life in the line of duty. There are flowers on the front of it, black mourning cloth, and behind it the hearse carrying the young man who a couple days ago was in that car just trying to keep New Kensington safe. And of course, behind it, the silver Cadillac limousine family of this young man. As I was watching this, I couldn't help but think this. Brian Shaw was an avid outdoorsman. And right about now, like most of us who are hunters, he'd probably be thinking about what he was going to do come next Monday, the first day of rifled buck season. Instead, and this is where he ends up. But what's also equally as impressive, as much as that is sad, is the outpouring by all these people lining the street here, many of them crying as I'm watching this happen. They may not have known this young man, but they're here for him as he was there for them. Now this procession heads off to the church for the funeral, mass, and of course eventually where he'll be buried. Send it back to you.